Alrighty. Welcome to another lesson in Science 14. Your host here is Mr. Adamson, and we are going to talk about plant and animal cells. Now, we've previously talked about just basic cell ideas, a cell theory, levels of organization, which cells are involved in. Again, they are the basic building block of life. So we're going to again take it a little more specific and talk about plant and animal cells. So you can see right here where the cursor is going around, that is an animal cell. It's kind of round. It could be a little odd shaped. And then we have a plant cell over here. It's a lot more rigid in structure. It's going to be a lot more rectangular. So first, plant cell. So what makes up a plant cell? Well, let's start right here, this big blue looking thing. That is a vacuole. That's going to hold a lot of water. That might hold a lot of sap and sugars. That's going to really help the cell keep its shape. It's going to be the biggest organelle within the cell. We have chloroplasts. That's why cells look green, because they're going to be filled all over in the cell also. They are what do photosynthesis. They take in the sun's energy. They take in water. They are take in carbon dioxide also. And they are going to spit out oxygen and spit that we breathe, and it's going to spit out sugars that the plant's going to use to grow. So it absorbs the green light, so that's why plants look green. We have the cytoplasm. That's going to be the jelly-like substance within the cell that suspends all the fluids. Just going back to chloroplasts here, only plants have chloroplasts, and only plants have giant central vacuoles like this. We have the mitochondria. These are the powerhouse of the cell. This is where the cell produces its energy. We have the cell membrane. This is kind of like the doorway of the cell. It's going to allow things in and out of the cell through passive or active transport. It's going to allow osmosis, so water to move in and out of the cell. Next, we have the cell wall. This is what's really going to help form its structure and rigidity of the cell, really make it strong. We have the Golgi apparatus here. This is going to package and transport molecules. We have the endoplasmic reticulum. It's coming right off the nucleus here. It's going to also package proteins and fats and lipids. We have the nucleus. That's the brain of the cell. I mean, that's the boss. That's what tells everything to do. So all the cells have a nucleus. And then we're not really going to talk about the nucleolus or the nuclear envelope that really surrounds the nucleus. Okay, animal cell here, you can see a little more round in nature. You don't see that big central vacuole in here. You don't see chloroplasts. Okay, one thing that you are going to see that you did not see in the plant cell is centrioles. And centrioles here help with cell division. So you're not really going to see that. Other things that we didn't talk about in the plant cell, there's ribosomes here. These are what create proteins. We have lysosomes. These are kind of like the, I guess you'd call the army in the cell. It's going to go around, it's going to attack invading diseases or pathogens or bacteria and engulf them and eat them and spit them out and digest them. So again, that's what the animal cell looks like, a little different. Give you a little more explanation on the organelles. So in the cell membrane, location on the outside of an animal cell, inside the cell wall of a plant, boundary that provides limited support to the cell and controls movement of materials in and out. Cell wall outside of a plant cell only, so really important, plant cell only. No, that wasn't an echo, I just repeated myself. Gives support and shape to a cell. Chloroplast distributes throughout the cytoplasm of a plant cell. What's that? Yeah, that's right. I just said a plant cell only again. Function is to make food by photosynthesis. Cytoplasm, the jelly-like material. So think if you squeezed your eyeball and what would pop out? It's kind of like the cytoplasm. Endoplasmic reticulum, distributed throughout the cytoplasm, makes lipids and packages proteins for delivery. Golgi complex, or could be called the Golgi body or the Golgi apparatus. One of those three names, all the same thing. And it's distributed throughout the cytoplasm of the cell also. It changes, packages, and transport materials out of the cell. Lysosomes, distributed throughout the cytoplasm of an animal cell. Now let's all say it together. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Animal cell only. And it digests food particles, waste, and foreign invaders, so like viruses and bacteria. Mitochondria, it's throughout the whole cell, breaks down food molecules, releases energy. So again, another word, it is the powerhouse. Okay, nucleus, near the center of the cell, controls all cell activities. Another word for that, it is the brain. It's the boss. The big boss man. Yep. Now, however, the ribosomes, They're on the ER throughout the cytoplasm of the cell also. These make proteins. And the vacuole, well, the vacuole, it's distributed throughout the cytoplasm of a plant cell. All right, let's try it one more time together. Maybe tap your partner on the shoulder there. We could all do it together. Ready? On 3, we're going to say plant cell. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Plant cell. Again, vacuole only plant cell. And they store water and other substances like sugar and sap, like I said before. And on to the last side. So plants and animal cells have their differences. So you see this top point up here, it says you need to be able to draw these two cells with all the details. Well, you can forget that. I don't know why I didn't delete that out, so don't worry about that. But let's just go specifically over here. 3 extras that only plant cell has a rigid cell wall. So again, only plant cells have a cell wall. A vacuole. So only the plant cells have a large central vacuole like that. And the last one, chloroplasts. These what do photosynthesis. Think of our body, human beings. We have animal cells. If we had chloroplasts, we would be green and we would be able to photosynthesize. We can't do that. So if you think you can, no, you can't. All right. So those are the 3 main differences. And I mean, also we could add a 4th one there, is the lysosomes that only animal cells have. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed listening to this. I hope you're like, oh man, this is the most exciting thing. I hope you share it, tweet it, get on Instagram, take a picture of yourself, maybe a selfie watching this, because by far you're going to get more friends if you do that. Anyways, thanks for listening. Until next time, enjoy your great day. And anytime you could stop now. Let's see. And there we go. Stop.